Okay, quick wrap up of the Indy Supercross. This is pretty much the only interview that has been done from the race. After the race, I ran back to the rig and he was just chilling in there. So anyhow, we had to get up early and get on a flight, and it was actually started snowing, so that was interesting. But we'll talk about real quick a little talk here about the Supercross race. Going to Indy, how was, let's just say, press day? You watched. I wasn't there because they booted me off. They didn't let me on the flight. I was a little too late for that one. But you got to watch press day. And then come race day, what'd you think of the first time at Indy?
Yeah, press day, I watched it. It was just so rutted. Like, guys weren't even able to hit some of the triples. It was so rutted. So, yeah, I mean, it was just a super soft track. Oh, dude, I should write that on. Probably get yelled at in the comments. All right. Yeah, so Indy was just a super, like, soft. I mean, it wasn't, like, rough, choppy. It was just deep ruts the whole track. So, yeah, and then qualifying is all right. I mean, just the track was gnarly and qualified where we usually qualify. And then the heat race got a decent start, but starting out there on the outside, I got pushed wide in the second turn, and I went to like ninth. Like, it was quick, like everyone went under me. So I made my way up to third in the heat, and whoops were good in the heat race. We could hit them as hard as we want in the heat race. But then the main event came around, and the track was just totaled, like gnarly, like just destroyed, like ruts. Like the whoops were just like crazy. And it's definitely the gnarliest Supercross track I've ever ridden. But yeah, so I mean, we got a good start. Came out fourth. I was fourth on the first lap, and yeah, I was riding smooth. I wasn't trying to make any like big charges or anything because the track was super gnarly. And right now we're just trying to get to round to keep learning, and we don't want to do something stupid right now. So I mean, obviously we want to try and be up there with the front guys, but yeah, we didn't have the speed was a little off too.
I think the speed was good, but there's just the whoops
that killed my speed.
Yeah, so obviously positives are I think your starts got better.
Yeah, my start was good. Like, my start was good. I went
from
to the
last
inside.
race.
Yeah, from last race, we got better. We did some stuff and we're better now on a short start because that's where it kind of struggled. So yeah, I mean, the start's getting better. Just, yeah, trying to get to those. I got to learn that type of stuff. I've never ridden a track that ruddy, Supercross track that ruddy. So it's kind of learning that you have to commit to your turns. You have to commit to your rhythms. You got to go left here. And then just learning, like, you got to go left here.
Sure?
Yes,
I think
dude.
you go straight and then left. Yeah.
No.
All right.
Well, you go left. This is...
Way.
All right. You take your back road.
The Centerville goes this way and then left. Yeah.
All right.
But whatever. I'm telling you. Anyway.
Yeah, I know, but this way takes you past the gym.
Yeah, and then we gotta cut back over, so to go back. So anyway, whatever. So like I said, this is rough. We're not doing any editing. Positives, I think your starts got better. That had to do with practice and, you know, there's just some bike tuning. We're not gonna get into the full details of that, but it was, you know, part of getting the bike a little better for him, or for you, as you're adapting, as your speed gets better. The bike is getting adapted to your speed and strength and fitness, and that's just part of being in a good program. And so starts got better, and then obviously whoops. We know, we see it. We know that the whoop speed's gotta get
I don't know
faster.
How much faster I could go through this
but you gotta match your skill level and your experience level. I wouldn't even say skill level, I'd say more experience level with your whoop speed. You know, it's very rare that you see a rider come in early into Supercross and just blitz whoops like a seasoned pro. That's pretty rare. I mean, look at, I ain't gonna get into that, but you look at some of the greats that have struggled with whoops, you know, and it takes time to get that. And I think being with some of the best whoop guys on the team, such as like Smitty, and it's gonna come in time. And I don't know, you know, like it said, will it be next race, will it be next year, who knows, whatever, end of the day. But we obviously know there's a few things that have to get worked on, which is why you're racing. It's you wouldn't know if you said, "Oh, I'm just gonna race start pro and outdoors." You wouldn't. I mean, I think you're gaining a ton of experience. It's priceless experience. Like, you can do a million laps at the practice track. You can click your stopwatch. And you can think you're the guy and high five each other, or you can go line up and do some gate drops for real and race the big boys. And that's where you gain the most experience. And if you're wise enough to know when to go, when to slow down, when to take the chances, when to not, you'll get through the season with the most experience. And that's kind of what I see. And I mean, dude, you're running good. You're in the top 5 there. Martin was riding good, man. He came through the pack. He was riding with confidence, and as he should. He definitely has a lot of experience. And the track was gnarly. You can't, as a fan, you can't really see the rut, how bad the ruts are. Like, what is, like, saying hitting like a triple or rhythms the way it was yesterday or whatever, how is that compared to like a normal practice day?
Oh, you never get any of that on a normal practice day. It's gnarly. I mean, you drag your foot pegs up the whole entire triple.
I mean, how would you ever simulate that
You don't
track?
simulate that, because it's literally one race a year. One day a year you do that.
Yeah.
You never race that really again until you come around to that ground again.
Yeah, and so to be able to be a champion, you have to be able to show up at those events and capitalize on those moments where it's difficult like that and be able to ride all conditions. But like I said, that comes with experience. And there's bike setup, I know the team was talking about changing the bikes up a little bit for that track. And, Haiden was kind of like, let's just stick to what I've been riding, because I already have enough going on, like trying to learn, to be starting to mess with bike setups too much. And that's I think, smart decision, because there's so much to learn on a rookie year, And I think you can see some of the other rookies out there, they're having some good days and some not so good days. It's just part of the deal. But overall takeaways, positives are,
It was good.
I think good starts, and then overall things to work on. I'd obviously say whoops, and I think a little more intensity the first maybe lap, but I also get the fact of, why do I want to risk going down the first lap and losing all that ground? So I get that scenario too. But I guess the racer thought is like, man, that intensity the first few turns, and you see that out of the top 3 guys, but they definitely have the experience to do that. And I don't know, overall I think it was a good race. I don't think it was, at the end of the day, like I said, you're either racing or you're learning. There's not bad days. Bad days are if you get hauled off on the stretcher. That's a bad day for sure. But as far as good day is, you finish all the laps, you get experience. The results, like I said, they come as they come, and get out there. And Detroit's coming up next race, and I don't know, we have to kind of look and see what that dirt is. But it would be nice to get some dry dirt.
Yeah.
To be able to not race to survive, but race to race. So anyway, that's that quick little wrap up there, and then back to training this week. It's went from snowing to 70, 80 degrees in Florida. So anyhow, so we'll see ya in Detroit later.